Hello. Today is Wednesday. I don't know the date. June? Oh, it's June 1st. Rabbit, that's right. So, the new moon, I don't like it, okay? I didn't even make a video because I've just been feeling like the whole collective is in despair in some way. Maybe not fully, but like halfway. Does that make sense? Like in some aspect of everyone's life, they're wanting more and they need more. They're unhappy. Or they feel like no matter how hard they're pushing right now, it's not going to work. Saturn is in square to Mercury. And so that has made conversations more difficult. It has caused more restriction when it comes to communication. More restriction when it comes to, really anything going your way. And because Mercury rules the mind, thoughts, communication, learning, research, study, and transportation too. So you may have car issues or something, or if you've been having issues, it could show up again. So, but here's the thing. Saturn is going to go retrograde in 4 days. Mercury will come direct on the 3rd, but it will still be in post shadow. But anyways, it's going to square. It's squaring. So that brings a challenge from Saturn with Mercury. So if Saturn in Aquarius is ruling people, humanity, rules, restrictions, all of those things that Saturn rules, in Aquarius, it's more involving the bigger picture, people, philanthropy. And it's going to make you think more with Mercury about the things that you don't have, the things that you want that you feel aren't happening for you, the questions in your mind, the overthinking, that's Mercury, okay? And we're reassessing, that's a retrograde. Any retrograde is a reassessment, so we're rethinking things. You may find yourself thinking horrible things over and over on repeat. Like, they're not true, but they're restrictive thoughts of, I can't have the things I want. Why don't I feel better about this? In despair in some way, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether you hate your job, or you have family issues now, or you're trying to sell your house, or you want to move and you can't. So I've just been noticing a lot of mental stimulation, obviously, Mercury, but this is involving Saturn, so these are all the things that people want to have that they don't. These are the things, the ways people want to feel that they can't for some reason. Now, whether they can or not, that's kind of a mental thing. You may feel there's outside influences that are preventing you from getting the things you want. But this is what we're reassessing. Why don't you have those things? Are you showing up in your life? Have you tapped into the spiritual realm? Asked for these things, meditated, figured out what's missing, what you're not bringing to the table, or where are you giving your energy away where you could be putting it towards that thing that you really want? Who is getting your energy instead of the thing or person that you want? So when let's say you have a job that you don't like, okay, and you try and you've tried for forever to get a promotion and your boss is just a jerk. I don't know. Okay, but your relationship is really good, or it could be, and you actually really love your partner, but you spend so much time in this career trying to be something, trying to prove yourself, trying to get this promotion, that you let this relationship dwindle and burn out. You see what I'm saying? Where are you putting too much of your energy and effort where, okay, maybe you need a new job. That's possible, and that could happen for you. But what about this person? Is that something you could find again? because you don't want to be wasting your energy right now on people, relationships. If you hate your partner, what are you doing? If you feel drained at all, energy-wise, there is a succubus in the midst, okay? And the dark has been coming through extra lately because taking advantage of these times, of these felt restrictions, and all of the astrology lately has been enveloping humanity in, yeah, you have these possibilities, yeah, you have these things that you want, but in reality, this is your life. And so that's frustrating. And so you really have to do something about it, is the point. And at this time, sometimes it feels like you can't. So where can you remove, withdraw energy from a place in your life you've been giving too much and put it back somewhere better? Put it into something better. Maybe you're taking it from all of your toxic friends, co-workers, relationships, or career, and putting it into you, self-love. Maybe that's what needs to be done. And it's going to be different for everyone. This is just the current energy, okay? I really wanted to talk about this feeling of despair that I've had. And I feel that it is the collective, because there's a lot of frustration, a lot of restriction, a lot of feeling like I just can't get there, or I just can't make it work for me in some way. I feel those are excuses, okay? There has to be a way. So there has to be something the universe has shown you, bringing in for you, saying, okay, put it here instead, or try this thing instead, or, I mean, it could be a number of things, right? So the point is, this energy won't last forever, but this isn't very comfortable right now, is it? Sitting in this 1st of June, supposed to be happy, sunny summer here in the northern hemisphere, and it feels tight with money. It feels like gas prices are crazy, and it's like every day you maybe try harder to get ahead, and every day it's like balancing out. It's just barely evening out. So I'm thinking right now is a good time for some of us to just withdraw. So if you're feeling drained, obviously your energy is going to the wrong places, okay? And I would encourage you to put that energy back into you. Resting more, meditating more, lay down more. Stop pushing so hard for something because it's not happening. Okay, so wherever you're pushing for something and you feel like, yeah, I can do it if I just push really hard, if I just keep showing up, if I just keep doing this, and it's not, I mean, something has to shift. The energy has to shift. You have to try a different way. There's another pathway to get there. Okay? And these messages aren't for everyone. And I hope that you have discernment when you hear this, because there's going to be people in the collective who aren't doing enough, who need to do more, who are ignoring those urges. And then there's going to be those who have tried everything in their power for something and it's just not happening. So those are the ones I'm speaking to, really, that we really just need to let go at this time. Stop allowing your energy to be drained. Stop pushing so hard, trying so hard for physical, tangible careers, money, relationships, family life, whatever it is, when maybe you just need to be present and allow that energy to flow through you, and allow yourself to heal yourself, feel better about your life, look around and see all the things you have to be grateful for, and become more joyous in these moments. Because we can't do anything about gas prices, can we? Not at this moment. It takes time, right? So really, I wonder why my computer did that. That's weird. Anyway, let's just see, Spirit. Collective for today, June 1st. I don't really want to pick up on, okay, let's do it for the month. Let's just do it for the month of June, just to get an idea of what's coming. Hostilities, okay. So, yeah, we have some hostile people in our environments, or that's us. Mars is in Aries, and it's going to be meeting up with Jupiter. So that's going to be expansive of any kind of aggression, of any kind of hostility. And like I mentioned earlier, with Saturn squaring to Mercury now, it's going to be harder to communicate. It's going to feel restrictive. Conversations are going to feel harder, or you just don't want to have them. And then also those thoughts running, those restrictive thoughts constantly in the mind of what you don't have and what you need to do and how you can do it. You know, those things we tell ourselves, those things that aren't true at all. We need to let those go now, because it is pushing for something, and I do agree that the astrology is always trying to show us something, so I don't think that you should ignore it, but I do think that there's something else we're being shown here. So instead of focusing ultimately on those things over and over again, those things that you don't have, or those harmful thoughts that you may be having, it's better to just try to see what it is that is showing you, the other way around it, the pathway of getting there. Or maybe it's time to quit that job. Maybe it's time to leave that relationship. Maybe it's time to go for something brand new that will actually make you feel joyful, something that you're passionate about, a new hobby, a new book, meditating more, whatever it is that brings you happiness. These are the truths that we're hiding, okay? Spirit is saying this is invoking truth. So the point is, however you get there, you're going to get there. Now, whether it's overthinking again and again and being really hard on yourself, I'm not saying those thoughts are truth. I'm saying you're going to get to the bottom of it. You're going to find a way to get to where you need to go based on those thoughts, if that's your process. I don't think that's very healthy, but for some people, that's how they're doing it. So it's like, are these things I'm thinking true? No, but there is a problem here. Obviously, I'm emotional, or I'm having issues with this problem. So how do I fix it? And the way that I'm being shown, and I think everyone is right now, is to stop pushing. Sometimes you achieve more by relaxing and allowing. Stop forcing things in the physical realm. Stop forcing for more money or trying to do whatever to make ends meet. Sometimes we push too hard, and that causes more restriction. So today with this energy, I just want you to be cautious of that. We also have action. So we have hostility and action. This is just basically saying Mars and Aries meeting with Jupiter conjunct. Okay, that's basically what I'm getting from this. On the bottom, we have a man holding a coin. So that's good. Opportunities for money. I feel more opportunities for money and abundance and stability will come towards mid-June. But at this time, you're going to need to take action. And people will be more hostile. People have been more hostile. And, road rage and what have you. Just everywhere you look, people are upset about something. You may find yourself getting upset about things easily, quickly. But also you're being shown this truth, invoking truth about what you're not willing to accept. What are you willing to accept from people? Not saying be a jerk or curse people out, but just remove yourself from the situation. If you're tired of a toxic energy, remove yourself. If someone is constantly wasting your time, remove yourself. And it doesn't have to be hostile. But this is about no longer accepting things where people don't want to show up, where people don't want to meet you halfway, where your career isn't showing up for you. You may give it your all and you never got the promotion. And you don't get credit for anything you've done. You don't make more money and you're putting in double work. Does that make sense? No. So we have to find a way around this. Remove yourself. This is the time when this year, remember, and until next year, we're getting in alignment. And don't let it take all year. You're going to get there quickly, in alignment with where you're supposed to be. Allow yourself to match up to it by removing things from your life, removing yourself from situations where you don't feel good anymore, and where you're tired, where you just don't want to deal with it anymore. That draining energy is showing you something. It's taking from you. And if it's not giving back in the same way, that's not right. And that's not meant for you. Okay, so I feel stability will be better once we get towards mid-June. We're still dealing with attachments. And this is what I'm saying. It's like, what are you holding on to? Where are the places you can't let go of despite how draining it is? And why are you still fighting for that thing right now? This is good. This is ultimately what we're needing here. Number 34. Isn't that marvelous? One of my numbers I see all the time is 34. Door to personal healing and happiness. Okay, this is how you get in alignment. This is how you get where you need to be. Letting go of these attachments, which is going to have to take some action. And it probably will cause some hostility, especially if you're talking about friends, family members, relationships. Why does my computer keep talking to me? I think it likes what I'm saying. It's confirming things here. So people are going to be upset if you cut them out or if you back off. And maybe that's what everyone's been doing, is cutting people out, cutting careers out, completely changing their mind. That's been happening since the beginning of eclipse season. So we did have this new moon. By the time we get to the full moon, things will have cultivated a lot more. The solar eclipse energy will finally be gone. So that will be good. And you know what I mean. It will be less hectic, hopefully. But the rest of the world is still changing and money is still changing. So what can you do in your personal life to take action to avoid these terrible attachments to things? And look at what she has here. She's holding a mask. Where are you wearing a mask in your life? Where are you not being truthful with yourself? What attachments do you have? And who is attached to you? Spirit saying, but what is going on with my computer? Spirit is confirming, maybe doubly confirming, no, this isn't just what you're attached to. This is who and what is attached to you. Attachments, entities, people. Who's been draining you of your energy? Who is toxic in your life? Who is a succubus? They got to go. Right? Where are you wearing a mask? She's holding this mask. See, I feel that's meaningful here. And 5 is change. 5 is change, is turmoil, is chaos, conflict, competition, all of those things. So it's time for great change. It's time to let go of these attachments. And she's chained to something. Where are you tied down? We need more freedom. And this is like this is like, don't you want to just run there? Just run in that open, free, beautiful realm. I want to run through that door. Door to personal healing and happiness. We're cutting people and things out still. We have been, I know. But I think maybe we didn't notice. Maybe we noticed our issues. Maybe we really didn't notice all of those people that were connected to us. All of those things that are attached to us. That's intriguing to me. So by the end of this month, I think we'll all be feeling better, finding our door to personal healing and happiness, taking action, be aware of the hostilities around you, and be aware of these attachments. because there is a lot of dark entities now. I mean, they have been, but lately really showing up. So stay in the light, cleanse yourself, okay? Black tourmaline is good for that. Selenite is good for keeping a clear channel and intuition. We just really need to be more protected now than ever, okay? And sometimes it's the people closest to you, the ones you thought were supporting you, that were the ones sort of living off of your energy. Okay, that's it for now. I'm sure I'll make another one soon. Okay,